Hey everyone and welcome back to another Overwatch video, and I'm here to talk a little bit about Brigitte because I did watch her origin story, as you could see here on YouTube, and I didn't get too much time to really focus and read up about her ability and all that, because first of all I thought she was a tank, and apparently she is support. I mean, when I saw her, the first thing that jumped to my mind was the Crusader in Diablo 3 or Joanna in Heroes of the Storm. However, apparently some people think that Brigitte is similar or even a copy of a different character from a different game, and that character is Ashe of Paladins. So I read about this in an article on Dota Esport, where the president of Hi-Res Studios, the creators of Smite and Paladin, hinted that they consider if Brigitte is a copy of Ashe, because if you have followed, Paladins have many times been called a copy of Overwatch, and there are some great similarities to it, definitely. So now, of course, they want to try to give it back, and I don't know if they want to start something. And honestly, in the long run, I actually don't give a fuck about that, because I play Overwatch, I play Paladins, I play whatever I want when I feel for it. While I think Overwatch is a bit, in general, more my kind of game, I have been playing and still play Paladins once in a while because it's fun. I mean, seriously, I have the option to play both. Why not play both? It's like playing own alliance and skip horde, or the other way around, and like, yeah, fuck those, fuck that. Instead, I play both. Why not? But I decided to go through a little bit more about what people consider a copy from Ashe. And first of all, that many did point out is that their armors are similar. And to that, I do say that both of them, Ashe and Brigitte, belongs to the same archetype, which is female knights. So obviously their armors in some ways will have some similarities in how they are formed, without making them either over sexual or anything else kind of crazy bullshittery that people can make. They are looking like decent, covering, protecting, and actually really, I really love this kind of armors and all that on females and all. And it's like saying Soldier 76 of Overwatch and Victor of Paladins are copies of Soldier in Team Fortress 2, because both, well, all three of them wearing clothes and are soldiers. Wow! Now, wait. Now we're talking really copies here. I mean, they are the same archetype. They have similar clothes, which is military clothing. Who knew? So honestly, pushing that aside, that they're based on the same archetype, I mean, otherwise the armors is actually rather different. If you're really looking at the details and how they look, are they very, very different. The only thing that are similar is that they are female wearing knight armor. And now over to the other couple of things that I find it really interesting, and some people have been really trying to reach out and say it's a copy. One is Brigitte's shield bash, that some compare it to Ashe shoulder bash. And in principle, both are the similar, well, identical, the same ability that you charge and knock back the enemy doing damage. And I mean, that is not a new ability. Neither Ashe or Brigitte is first with that. I don't know how far we can go back, but honestly, I was just checking before this. Diablo 2, the Paladin, have an ability charge, which is the shield bash in a different name. And I mean, we have two different techniques here. One is shield bash, one is shoulder bash. It's like saying open fist and closed fist are the same kind of attacks, because both are used by the hand, but there are different techniques implanted in this. And the same is with that. While their usage is different as well, because Brigitte needs to use her own ability called Perishield. I need to check it out what it was named. And using that, she can charge. Otherwise, she can't. While Ashe, she doesn't need that. She can shoulder charge anyone anytime. She can charge anytime she wants. That's what I want to say. Another thing that people also like to point out is that whip shot is an ability Brigitte have that allow her hammer to become flail, and she can deal damage and knock enemies back. And that is a copy of Ashe ability Kinetic Burst, which is that she shot up a shot and then do a cone damage and knock people back. Which also is not an actually new ability. Who knew? I mean, I'm terribly sorry for the sarcasm there, but seriously, it's nothing new. And if you wanted to really stretch it out and compare that ability with Brigitte, you should compare that ability with Lucio, which have an cone ability that is knocking people back. There is something if you want to go. And if I don't remember it wrong, I think Lucio was actually created before Ashe, so Ashe I'll take a copy. I won't go there, but you know what I mean. I think this is actually kind of ridiculous, and I generally find it ridiculous when it comes to this. And as well, do people compare the ultis that Ashe jump in, plant the banner, do damage, and within an area she became immortal as long as she is in this area. And for some reason, people compare that to Brigitte's ulti. That is, she creates an aura around her, she runs faster and heal her allies with an armor, creating armor on them. And for some reason, people compare that they are the same, which I really trying to stretch my mind around and call like that just stupid. Terrible sorry, but that is silly. And they literally are two different abilities. If anything, Brigitte's ulti is almost a copy, or literally a copy of Senjata's. And that is why I find Brigitte's ulti a bit lackluster. I will see how it is in game though, before I do judge that. But yes, so I find it kind of ridiculous of this attempt of calling Brigitte a clone of Ashe and all of that. And one major thing that definitely sets these two apart is that Ashe is a tank. Brigitte is a healer, support. While a tanky one, that is her role, and Ashe have her role as well. She has a cannon, and Brigitte has a flail. That is also a very big difference. And honestly, I just find this entire conversation that people have been raging about that, oh, Blizzard copy Paladins and Paladins copy Blizzard or Overwatch and all that shit. And I'm like, in the end, I don't really give a zero fuck about it, because I think both games have their charm. Overall, Overwatch maybe a little bit more, but in general. And if you want to talk about copy, then I have this. This is Titania from Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn that was created way before either Paladins or Overwatch. Look at how they have copied her. This is outrageous. Damn you Paladins, damn you Overwatch for copying little Fire Emblem and Titania. That is, we need to flog people. We need to get them outraged over this. And take Blizzard and Hi-Res Studios down. Who are with me? For Titania! So in the end, I think Ashe and Brigitte are actually not very similar. I mean, I understand that people want to make this and Paladins versus Overwatch war and all that. But honestly, that is so incredible far stretch. It's unbelievable. Because if Brigitte is similar to anything, it's the Crusader from Diablo 3. Their pose, their weaponry, and their abilities. There you go. I mean, obviously, she is an archetype based on the Crusader. And one thing I do hope to see with Brigitte is that she gets the skin of Johanna. And Johanna gets the skin of Brigitte. As, you know, Widowmaker and Nova have different... you know what I mean? Getting skins like that, because honestly, I would love that. It would be so cool. And in general, I'm really super excited to see more with Brigitte and see. And honestly, now I'm actually curious on who will be the next hero on Overwatch. Because honestly, they could release one every month. I would be super happy for that. I wouldn't mind it at all. Man, that would be exciting. So yes, in the end though, this is my thoughts about Brigitte and this little thing with Ashe. And I'm generally just super happy to see Brigitte and curious to see how she will get in the game when I finally can try her out and all that. Because I really want, though I'm actually a bit sad that she was a support. I was actually thinking that I honestly was thinking that, wow, a tank, because I'm main tanks. Support are my secondary roles, so it doesn't hurt that much. But consider we got Moira last time as a support, so I was thinking like, yeah, then it's a tank, because we need to fill out the tank pool as well support pool obviously, and the defense pool. I mean, in a way, the only one I do have a problem with in the defense pool is actually Torbjörn, because all other characters are being played somehow. Even on offense, they do have great usage at points, except Torbjörn. He's kind of the little lackluster fat fuck that is failing. Torbjörn is one of my favorites, and he was one of my first characters I started to play a lot. But seeing that he is so incredibly lackluster compared to many others, so I really hope they do rework him a little bit, giving him some change. They're talking about Symmetra and all that, but honestly, I feel Torbjörn also needs that very much. But that is just my thoughts. So, but I will be back with more Overwatch, talking a bit more about things later on. So thank you for watching. Remember to comment, share, subscribe, and like for more. It means super much to me. So see you later on. Have a continued super great day.